look at the lineup for what you're bringing this time around, did you say, oh my gosh, yourself, or you were just like, oh, this is going to be big?
Both. Yeah, I think we knew it was going to be big, but as far as the lineup, I really think just all the stars just really kind of aligned for us this year. So honestly, Kendrick Lamar was the first person to really confirm. And then we just kind of started building around what that looks like and what that feels like. So yeah, so what everyone's looking at is probably a culmination of about a good month of booking and just planning. Our approach to our lineup is really different than a lot of other festivals. So I mean, you'll be hard pressed to find a festival that will have, Janet Jackson and Kodak Black on the lineup. But that's who we are.
So now you guys are also celebrating 50 years of hip hop as well. Why did you want to bring that in? I mean, there's a lot of different celebrations, but why is One Music Fest important for this?
And we were birthed through the hip hop, culture and generation. So, the it would be impossible for us not to celebrate it and then give some kind of acknowledgement and recognition to the 50-year journey of hip hop. So, we have a stage totally dedicated to celebrating 50 years of hip hop with a lot of pop-up surprise performances, and everybody you can see from KRS-One to 8 Ball and MJG, right? But also the way that the 50 years of hip hop has been celebrated in other cities and other platforms is very different than how we see hip hop in Atlanta and the South, right? So I get it. I'm originally from New York, love New York. But I've been in Atlanta since the late 80s, right? And Atlanta's carrying a torch for hip hop right now, right? So how do you have a hip hop 50 celebration and you don't highlight the Southwest, Midwest, the South, right? So yeah, you're gonna see Uncle Luke, you're gonna see Killer Mike, you're gonna see Nelly, but you're still gonna see Big Daddy Kane. You're still gonna get your five boroughs represented, but you can't overlook Project Pat and everybody in between.
So, I mean, there's a big argument right now, online is if Atlanta is becoming the new music mecca. In your opinion, what do you think?
Becoming? No, it is. I think as far as like the sound of hip hop and music, even R&B, a lot of it is coming out of Atlanta. A lot of the trends, as far as like a lot of the leading producers in R&B and hip hop are based in Atlanta or coming to Atlanta to collaborate with other artists and creatives out of the city. So I think for Atlanta, we just got to do a better job of putting our arms around all of this, and really becoming a true industry powerhouse. I think similar to what your New York's and your LA, what New York has done with music, and California and LA has done with Hollywood. I think Atlanta is primed to be that for music and hip hop.
So now you're leading by example. And for people who may have never heard of this festival before, why should they go? What should they look for? What is it all that you can expect?
So I mean, One Music Fest it's our tagline since day one has been unity through music. So the concept is, how do you a lot of people move in like little silos or small little communities within communities, right? So how do you use music to pull folks together? So where, be it if you're a huge Coi Leray fan and you're 19 years old in college, you're still rubbing elbows with that Janet Jackson fan that may be 42 years old, and may have their own kids running around the festival somewhere. So how do you do that, right? So that has always been our platform. So it's you'll see that, right? So our demographic is from 19 to 50, right? it's not only music, but it's food. I mean, the same way we curate our the talent on the stages, we curate every aspect of the festival. So I mean, it's a pure sensory overload at every corner, right? So it's food, it's smells, it's sights, it's games. I mean, we got a skating rink. Who has a skating rink? You know what I'm saying, at the festival? But skating is a big part of Black culture and our music, right? So you know, a lot of festivals they want to do a Ferris wheel. We ain't get on no Ferris wheel. We want a skating rink. You know what I'm saying? Where's the barbecue? Where's the beef tips? Where's the oxtails? Like that's what you got to look forward to. So even if there's not an artist that's performing on stage that's really not your thing, you'll still find yourself busy and running around and having a ball all throughout the festival ground.